All right, so here we go. Yes, the First Descendant is getting a bunch of brand new content, and that includes new ultimate weapons. And this is going to be happening sooner than you think, and will just be too late. Could this game actually die off because of this one reason? And a big PSA, a lot of people don't know about this hidden feature that you need to start using today, and you're doing target farming wrong. We'll talk about that as well, but we got to talk first and foremost about the new ultimate weapon and weapons coming to the First Descendant. Now, you guys know that Season 1 is going to be starting in late August, but we are going to be getting an early August update with of course, our new Descendant Luna. But yes, we are going to be getting a new ultimate weapon as well. So this is going to be very, very cool. It looks like they really want to continue adding new weapons, with updates, but also per season as well. So the roster of weapons are about to get a lot more interesting, at least I hope. But I have a question for you all. If there's one weapon that you feel is kind of lackluster, or if you feel that something is missing from this game, what would it be? Sound off right now. I know a lot of people want to see the beam rifles revisited, that sort of thing, but ultimately, do you want to see something brand new, a fresh take on weapons? Sound off in the comments down below. But we got to talk about this one as well. It says, all party members should get void fragments as long as one person is the proper element. This is a great point. It says, I hope they add this. It feels wrong that you can't party with a friend and do these unless you just all play the same character for some elements and same element. Even if it gave party members like 50%, still bad, but better. Even if they increase rewards, it kind of kills partying with friends still. Also, when spinning voids of a reactor is crazy that everyone pays. It should just be the person that initiates it pays. To be clear, I'm saying party members, not random squad members, which is different. This would avoid random AFK farmers and leeching. He brings up a lot of good points here, and it would be cool if they could rework this system where everyone doesn't have to pay into that. And someone noted here, I realize with the fix for the Void Shard exploit, people who can't farm some of the shards effectively are basically SOL if they don't have the Descendant corresponding. If you didn't choose Fiesta as a starter, good luck. You can get non-attribute and fire relatively easy, but chill, I think Fiesta is the only chill Descendant currently. And then someone also said, on top of that, non-attribute is borderline useless for farming shards. Electric and ice wins the day by a long shot. So yeah, this needs to be revisited and hopefully adjusted. And the dev team can get on this. But I also think that they want you to, explore the Descendants. And again, it ties into them either wanting you to spend time in the game farming or, of course, ultimately deciding to cave and purchase a Descendant so you can actually, farm for those void shards. But anyway, that's how I think that they have it set up currently. If they'll adjust it or not, that's going to be up to them. We'll have to see, but it would be nice if they could. All right, so we got to talk about this one. It says we need a take all button. Yes, please, God. It is just so annoying having to go through this one by one. And also, yeah, it'll be too late. Let's dive into this one. A little bit dramatic here, but let's see what they have to say. It says, when all the Sharons start infiltrating in private due to people not letting them stealth, when all the bunnies decide to farm in private due to being bullied, when all the Valbies farm in private because people killed the outpost boss, when all the Glaze only do private intercepts because no one wants to learn a mechanic, when all the Enzos treasure hunt in private because you didn't let them open the box. By the time you've learned you've been taking these mains for granted and ignoring them, well, read the title. It'll be too late. Yeah, and it says, as a Sharon main, I've given up trying to explain it to everybody. Private has been so nice. So it seems like there's these mechanics, of course, built around each Descendant that are kind of being ignored. Now, if you get into private sessions, or I should say sessions with good friends, it's easier to communicate what you actually want to do. With randoms, that's a different story. On the flip side of this, I do think that the dev team did have in mind kind of like a single player style of play with some of these characters, and they wanted to have them feel different in private sessions. So I do get that perhaps that's actually pretty cool. And then there's this. It says, I saw someone argue in a thread about how Sharon players need to just go in private and stop bugging people, that they aren't waiting 12 seconds to get a chance at the worthless 98 material when the 99 is what they are farming for, without a shred of awareness that 99 only drops from the stealth infiltration. People just don't want to cooperate in a cooperative game, so screw it, private farm it is. I also feel like strangely it wasn't very well communicated through the actual game itself that these were some concepts that people need to truly understand, which I find a bit strange. But yeah, I don't know how they would potentially fix this or adjust this in the future. Let me know how you guys feel about it, or if this isn't even an issue. But yeah, I don't think it will outright kill the game off. I still think that there's room for both public and private sessions. I think that that's actually a nice option to have. Also, we have a PSA here. Occupation zones go faster with more people on it. The dots underneath show how many people are in the zone. In this example, we have 3 dots, which mean, of course, there are 3 people on the zone, and it's just going to go faster if more people are present, of course. So that's something to be mindful of. If you're running outside the zone, you're not really helping out. But we have this one right here. It says, this is a thing among all games. People not playing the objective, it's annoying. Yeah, it's going to go quicker, and you're going to be able to farm faster as well. Also, we have this one here. They need to allow us to craft more than 5 different things every day. And also let us craft as many of the same thing as we want. A catalyst needs 8 hours to be completed. I would need 10 days of just waiting to make a build. What's up? Why is no one talking about this? And someone noted that it's not, 5 different things every day. It's more like 5 at a time. And some people also said, hey, you know what? You need to prep your research at the beginning of the day. If you have work or whatever, let it do its thing throughout the day. So that was actually a really, really good tip there as well. Also, someone has a really good clip here showcasing Ultimate Ajax's exclusive Void Barrier mod. Look at this thing in action. Totally badass. This is one character that I really, really want to dive into more of here very soon. I love the look here. It's kind of like a cold Ajax right there, but I'm going to throw that link in the description below. And someone did comment how insane Reflect is. Says, I didn't know Ultimate Ajax had a mod like this. That's kind of cool, not gonna lie. He says Ajax's barrier allows him to reflect damage by default. The mod just makes it to where he holds up the barrier and moves it rather than it being stationary. So there's the difference. The downside of the mod is that he can't shoot while holding it up. But as you can see from the clip, it is excellent for reviving, especially on those harder difficulties. So if you're on a team and you have friends that you're playing with, it's wise to have someone running Ajax for sure. Then it says, isn't everybody else getting bored running something 200x to run something else 5x and not getting a drop? I'm losing patience badly. 300 plus void intercepts, not one energy thing. 50 executioner hard mode between yesterday and today. All I got was the same 38% every time. I like this game, but I'm losing so much playtime doing the same 2 things over and over. Yeah. And someone did offer some critical advice about target farming in this game. Check it out right here. It says, bro, just do multiple farms at once. Target farming ain't it in this game if you have a short temper with RNG. It's way less stressful to bounce around and work on multiple things than just to sit and do the same crap over and over. Also, someone noted this. Change the language to Korean so you don't have to hear the same dialogue over and over. Game changing. So it seems like a lot of people are actually trying that out. Give it a shot, yeah, that could actually be really, really cool. Also make it perhaps even more like authentic as well. And you know what? We got to talk about tier list. Check it out right here. Starting to think tier lists are garbage. And it says, so I've been reading tons of tier lists and a huge number of them put Yujin at C or less. And almost all of those that do state he can't heal himself, which is absolutely false. I run Yujin with a first aid kit mod and I can heal myself with just about anything I do. Do these people not play the game, or have they just never played Yujin? I think he's probably one of the most neglected players in the game, of course. But once you get into hard mode and you're in a party and you're really trying to communicate, I think then, that's when these type of characters really, really do stand out. It seems like there's also some perhaps accidental misinformation going around about some of these characters in the tier list as well, which is definitely interesting. But we got to talk also about the Nexon turnaround. Oh boy, check it out right here. It says, it's effing insane. The First Descendant devs may be gunning for Arrowhead's title of best 2024 devs, and it's working. A lot of people are just kind of shocked that, hey, this is Nexon, you know, given their history, people were expecting much worse of Nexon. So far, they are on a path of redemption. We've seen this redemption arc play out with other devs as well, and it's nice to see it playing out yet again. We'll see if they can keep up with it, stay on track in the long term. That's always the challenge with these devs, to see if they get extra greedy. Some people would always say that, hey, some of the prices in the shop are already greedy with the First Descendant, but I think what is here, the fact that you can grind for ultimates and things like that for free, even though it is very grindy, hey, that's saying something at the very least, and it is very, very possible. All right, so now it's time to go over your top comments. Remember, as always, leave a comment down below. I love reading them. But let's dive into what you guys had to say more recently. So check it out right here. It says, it's not that drop rates are bad. It's that they don't have bad luck protection, which eventually guarantees the drop. This is something that should absolutely be addressed by the dev team. They need to let us know if this is something they're planning on adding in the future. But you're 100% right. It needs to be added in the game going forward to really protect the player base. Now, it says the fact that people want characters nerfed in a PvE game is baffling to me. Yeah, I've seen the threads, and I went back today and I saw the Steam thread about Bunny. It has actual like rewards and stuff with it. One of the most like rewarded threads there. So people like, it's so strange they actually want to nerf the fun out of the game for some of these characters. Again, I don't think that's the way to do it. I think balance adjustments can be done differently instead of nerfing the hell out of something that someone has worked so hard on. And you have to consider, someone mentioned that, hey, people are putting actual real good money into, like, say, Ultimate Bunny, and they can't go and nerf something like that. If you're going to put like $100 or whatever it is into a character, you absolutely cannot be nerfing a character. So that's also a whole other layer to this. But yeah, I've given my opinion time and time again about how they should handle balancing in this case. But I leave it to you guys this time around. How would you balance out the characters currently? What would your process look like? I'm actually very curious about that one. Perhaps the devs can actually look into that sort of feedback for the future. I don't know, but I'm sure that they're having major discussions about what they're going to do in the future. All right, next up, we have this one right here. I want the hide helmet option for the exact reason as OP. I'm loving Viessa, and I love her natural look. And then I noticed that not just her, but all the ultimates wear a helmet of some kind. That basically killed my interest in trying to farm for them. I really hope they add some sort of option or way to do this soon. And some replies here as well. They want you to buy a hairstyle. Yep, I was just going to say, that's what it is. That's what I noticed as well. They want you to buy the hairstyle, and it says, which is why you get the free haircut for Bunny, as they know you have that character from mission. So, hey, at least there's that as well. But I do think they need to have that option to hide the helmet, no matter what, without purchasing the hairstyle. But again, you could tell the monetization team really sat down and thought this stuff through for sure. And this one right here, it says, nothing like getting stopped by a pebble when you're running as Bunny, and that complaining how strong she is just needs to actually build other descendants. Yeah, I think it's a process of learning the other descendants. You know, Bunny plays, I think Bunny's playstyle for most players is extremely easy to get into. And then there's other descendants that are a little bit tougher to wrap your head around, and you have to have a little bit more understanding of their playstyle. And I think that's cool. I don't think every descendant should play the same. I think that there should be a little bit of challenge with understanding, you know, how to really get the most out of each descendant. It's part of the fun. All right, so there it is. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay tuned here for more updates and news about the First Descendant. I have you guys covered, but let me know what's on your radar going forward beyond the First Descendant. I'm really curious. I know that Throne and Liberty right now is in beta. Let me know if any of you guys have been trying it. I've heard mixed opinions about it so far. But yeah, I hope to hop on that today, actually. But thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned here for more. And I will see you all next time. Take care.